Welcome on in, everyone, to Take the Blasts, a Lawless Time leader tier list. We do this every set nowadays, and this is a particular set we're all very excited for, right, guys?
Absolutely.
It looks like a powerful set.
Very powerful.
Very exciting.
So what we like to do in these videos is we take a look at each leader and we discuss what we like about them, what we don't like about them, and then we are going to rank them S rank to F rank, with S being the best, of course. I think Nadia should pick one to start us off with.
Really?
Yep.
Just woke up for a nap.
Well.
All right. Let's choose. Let's choose Jyn Erso.
Ooh. Jyn Erso.
What do you think of Jyn Erso, Nadia?
Well, I certainly think you're gonna like Jyn Erso, Alex.
Yeah, I think you would as well, because she's very much like the rebel version of Padme.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah.
No, it definitely calls to me because like having my options.
Yeah, exactly. A nice bit of card draw, especially if everything is a rebel in your deck.
Yeah. I've yet to use too many rebels.
So her ability is you pay 1 as an action. If a friendly rebel unit was defeated this phase, search the top 3 cards of your deck for a card and draw it. Put the other cards on the bottom of your deck in a random order. Pretty good.
Pretty good. I think the thing that actually makes her a bit more useful than Padme is that you don't need to find a rebel card.
Yeah, so it could be an event or an upgrade.
Like.
Or...
Any card.
I mean, it's likely you probably want to pick another rebel unit so that you can keep doing that, but it's a bit more flexible, maybe.
Yeah, it gives you like the option of like, let's say it's crunch time and you're like, oh, I really need an event to like change the outcome that it currently is. Yeah.
And I think just having an ability that allows you to filter your hand and just draw, not even filter your hand, just go through your deck and try and find, like search for something is just good. Obviously the downside is you have to make sure that one of your units died, but early game I think that's a really powerful and easy thing to pull off.
Even later in the game, things are dying all the time.
True. Yeah.
So I think it's generally quite doable.
Especially if you're the one in control of that. If you're purposefully defeating your units, like your opponents aren't going to be happy that if you trade into their units, they're like, oh, my unit's dead. But you're kind of happy because now you get to trigger her ability. So there's always an upside to your things being killed.
I think there's a lot of leaders she works well with. On the twin sun sides, whether that be from this set, or we'll get onto Soul Gerrera, but previous sets, obviously her and Luthen, or her and Cassian Andor work extremely well. I mean, even her and Leia from any layer works really well. I mean, when she's out on attack, you don't have to pay for the draw. Comes out on 5, which is a good time. 6 health, which is decent, so not the lower cost, not the lower health of 4, so she can get one shot by a lot of units easily. I think a very, very solid card.
I agree.
I also agree. I would have liked to see her with maybe a couple of other keywords on her, but I guess at this point she is just a pure rebel. If you're judging it based on the artwork, like it's that version of Jyn, because it would have been kind of cool to see her with, like, I don't know, fringe or something else, just another keyword that would make sense for her. But seems good. Fits a lot of blue cards as well. Blue cards often have when defeated effects, so that's also quite useful. So you're going to double down on the fact that your unit is dying by probably playing a lot of when defeated units, and then profiting off that effect, but also the card draw. So it's very, very solid. A really strong start, and finally a good Jyn card, apart from the red unit. The red unit's the only good Jyn up until this point.
Oh, you're not going to use her with the yellow, Jyn?
No.
I don't know what the point would be, because
No.
then your units might not actually die.
Yeah.
No one needs a double Jyn.
No one needs
Even when
Jyn.
she's trying to be useless, that leader's useless. So
Yeah. I like her too. I don't know if you want to pick a sort of rating that you think makes sense, Nadia, and we can.
I think she's like a solid B. Like, I don't think it's always in your favor when, let's say, like, you pick up 3 cards and you might get 3 out of 3, which you were like, oh, I wish I had all of them. So there's always a downside. So I think she's a solid B. Definitely being able to choose anything rather than it just being like Padme and Republic is definitely a perk. But I think like she's a good solid foundation.
Let me ask
Not
you
like
this.
spectacular.
I thought you would have rated her higher.
Yeah. What would you rate Padme, for example?
Well, I think Padme, I work with her great, and I built a solid deck with her, so I would rate her quite high. Maybe not an S, but definitely an A.
So you think this Jyn card's better than Padme?
Or
To be
worse.
fair, you are you use Padme more than any of us, so yeah,
I mean,
you know her best.
I think I'm a little biased. I just love Padme.
Fair enough.
So that's why I'm giving her
Yeah.
an A, because I've
Yeah.
perfected my play with her.
Perfect.
I need. Well, I mean, I'm not perfect,
That's fair.
but
You
know,
made some pretty nasty decks with her.
I know how to work it, but like I'd have to try Jyn first. So I think B is
Okay.
No, it's fair.
fair.
I would have gone A maybe.
Yeah, I was
Really?
thinking A as well.
Maybe
but
that's strong out the gate.
I think card draw is so important in this game.
yeah,
When you do
Especially-
have singletons.
I
you need to
suppose
find
with
it.
this new credit token as well, drawing is kind of good, but
yeah.
because you could
Like,
pay for that ability with the token.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I can see an argument for A just because, like you mentioned, drawing cards is amazing, and the fact this has no limit on what you can actually draw is great. But I can see that the downside to that is you are putting 2 cards at the bottom of your deck that you might never see again. So if you draw into like 3 pretty useful cards, you're never going to see those other ones again. So I mean, I'm happy putting her in B. I think that's fair. A good way to start it.
All right, let's lock it in then.
This is that's one for the commenters to tell us if we're right or wrong.
Yeah. Oh
Well,
I mean, I feel like last time we were kind of wrong, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think we put DJ at a B,
Oh.
and nowadays I'd put him at an S because I think he might be the best.
Yeah,
one
no,
ever.
he is
Yeah.
You know,
formidable.
we've also put
Yeah, I
Anakin
think
as an S before, and that was definitely way off. But you know,
Yeah, let's not speak about my Revan, but we should
Hey.
definitely do one after
Revan's
playing
alright.
with these cards as well to see like the difference, because some of these, I don't know, we'll go on, but there's some leaders that are might change depending on how you play them.
they are
What you think of
surprising.
them?
Right, Nadia, why don't you pick who goes next?
Steve?
Cool. Yes, I am going to go with, I think, my favorite art on any leader so far,
Ooh,
which is Darth Vader.
Knew
good choice.
Knew it.
I mean, it looks fantastic. So his ability, as an action, discard a card from your hand, deal 1 damage to a unit or base. I think that's pretty good. The biggest downside being if there's not enough card draw, you're just going to burn out real quickly. So I don't know how well it'll actually work in practice, but I'm interested to see where this goes.
What do you think of his revealed ability when he's out?
So his flip side, so he flips on 7, which is, I would say at the moment, a disadvantage. However, with the credit system, I feel like maybe we can get there a bit quicker.
No.
He flips as a 6/8, so it's kind of powerful. And then on attack, discard any number of cards from your hand, deal damage to a unit or base equal to the number of cards you discarded this way. So it feels to me like a this is a last turn sort of win condition. You flip him. Hopefully, you've got 3-4 cards maybe in your hand, and you just go in for a hit for 6, and then you've got an extra 4 damage, let's say, to put maybe straight onto a base, so you could potentially hit a base for 10, or like get rid of a sentinel and then 4 base somewhere else. It is quite powerful. Again, my biggest fear is just if you're just guarding everything in your hand, you might not have anything to play, so it could be quite difficult to get there.
Yeah, Henry, you mentioned that the credit tokens don't go into the deploying leader.
Yeah, you can't use credits for these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to control resources, and they're not
So
resources.
it's 7.
So he does have to come out 7. I mean, yeah, we've seen in the past how 7-drop leaders can be really tricky to get going in Twin Suns. I think, given that, I think there's arguments 2 ways. I think credits being added to the game will either do one of 2 things for Twin Suns. It will either make games go longer because bigger things are coming out, so people realize they need to defeat units. Otherwise, if someone gets out an 8-drop on the 4 resource turn, the whole table's going to make that go away as a priority. So people will probably hit units more often, or it means games go really quick because people are putting out those big units and just nothing can be done about them. So Vader's in a weird one. Being red as well, red is aggression for me, and I think when I think aggression, and I think good aggression leaders, they are 5 or 6 cost max.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to be quick. Yeah.
I don't know whether, say, Darth Vader paired with Blue Kylo Ren, Dr. Aphra maybe, definitely Dedra from the last set, where you've got that you're threatening to deal 2 damage to a unit, or you draw a card. You could theoretically end up with a decent sized hand, and so it's late. You might not see him come out in a game.
Yeah.
But you could see him come out, and you've got 8 cards in your hand.
Yeah, and it could be devastating if you can get there. I think it is a strong ability. It's just I don't know how much you're going to get set back from throwing away cards early on. And like Henry said, it being like an aggressive archetype, it's quite a late drop. Can you actually get that far? If you're playing an aggressive deck, you're going to be wanting to play a lot of cards. So how many cards do you realistically have to play with his ability? I'm not sure. I really like the art. I think it's so sick, but for me, I'm gonna say C tier.
Yeah, it might work better in a premiere than it would in a Twin Suns.
You need a lot of cards that are like, oh, if you discard this card, X happens, or you can play this card from your discard pile. And I don't know if I know they're adding a few in this new set, but there aren't that many from the previous 6 sets. Kylo's TIE Silencer is one that comes to mind, but other than that, it's quite a small pool of cards that help you play around discarded things.
Yeah.
So I think right now he's not great, and I think he comes out a bit too late. But if he does come out, a 6/8 is massive. A 6/8 coming in and ready is huge. But I'm
going to be the outlier on this and say that for me, he's an A.
Wow.
Really?
I think I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for 3 people to say C, and we put him in C. But and then on record,
You should put him up.
I'm having him as an A.
I'm
my Revan. Yeah, he's my Revan.
I'm
not
absolutely
again.
gonna build a deck with Vader.
Oh yeah, especially if you get the showcase.
Please.
If I get a showcase, I'm playing nothing but.
Yeah, for real.
I think he's I think I'm. I mean, again, it's one of those where you have to see what he's like when you play with him. But I think I'm gonna go with A.
The one thing I think that's beneficial about him is that you don't have a lot of it turns every card into your hand into a deal 1 damage to something card. So let's say you've got a hand full of, you've got 5 cards in your hands, and maybe you can't play any of them because the curve of the resources isn't right, or maybe they're just not right for that situation. But dealing 1 damage somewhere is always kind of useful. Pinging a shield, killing a token, just hitting someone's base to put them on a bit of pressure, giving someone else some, incentive to say, all right, if I can get rid of the shield, can you kill that sentinel, or whatever.
Yeah.
It is at least a very flexible ability. It can go anywhere, but
true.
You can even put it on your own units. Maybe you're playing a grit deck. Maybe you just need to punch 1 more damage somewhere and make that thing really undesirable. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
I just think it's a risk with it,
Yeah.
If you build the deck well enough in terms of maybe you can put in some cards that let you draw, I think it could be okay, but it's just depending whether or not there's enough cards like that can keep your hand stocked.
Yeah, you really do have to refill your hand, otherwise his on attack becomes largely irrelevant.
Yeah, I feel like you get one good hit with his on attack, because for me, his deploy turn is sort of end game. You deploy him and you're going to throw away everything in your hand and just go big. And it could pay off really well. I just think, getting to that moment might be quite tough, and surviving up until that moment, because everyone's going to know that he's going to drop. There's going to be a 6 swing and potentially whatever else is in your hand hitting base or units.
Yeah. I think in my head, I don't think he's as good as Jyn, which I feel like is a crazy sentence to say. But yeah, I think...
in a way, she beat him, sort of.
In a way, yeah.
Like stole the Death Star plans, and it all sort of folded on from there.
He did have the best scene in the movie, to be fair.
Yeah, he did.
True. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that this artwork is from that scene. But I might be
sure it is as well. Yeah.
I think
it does look like it, yeah.
Anyway, I could be pushed to put him at like a low B.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
happy with a low B. Yeah, I'm happy with a low B.
Like I said, if you guys think C, we'll put him in C with an asterisk. And Alex said A.
The Alex special.
Yeah.
No, I think a low B is good, because if you there have been times where we get to 7 resources, many times, and even if he comes out as he is, add a lightsaber to him or something, he's strong.
It's like an Avar Chris, really, isn't it? Except you know that he comes out on 7.
Yeah.
In terms of strength. Steve,
so do a low B.
Why don't you pick, Steve? You picked Vader. Why don't you give us the final score?
I'm happy to put him at a low B. I think that makes sense. There is power there for sure, and like you said, Henry, I don't think he's as powerful as Jyn, so a low B, that makes sense.
All right.
Alex, why don't you pick the next leader for us?
Yeah. I think this will be massive in both Twin Suns and Premiere. And that is Sol Gerrera.
Oh yeah.
His action: attack with a unit, it gets +2/+0 and gains overwhelm for this attack. After completing this attack, defeat it. And then when he deploys, when his attack ends, if this unit survived, you may attack with another unit. It gets +2/+0 and gains overwhelm for this attack. After completing this attack, defeat it. 6 cost, 4/7 with the rebel trait.
Very nice.
And green-red aspects.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sick.
Very sick.
So yeah, could works well with a lot of leaders. Although I don't believe it works with Luthen, because it's done after it's attacked rather than while attacking.
That is true. Yeah, I don't think he synergizes with Luthen.
No, but he synergizes with Jyn very well.
Yeah.
Yep.
He synergizes with Thrawn very well. If you wanted to go.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
Synergizes with DJ. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't want to have any white and black cards, you could.
Yeah, you are going to sacrifice a card.
Yeah.
Do it. So that's why I think it as an aggression in Premiere, very good. Twin Sun's tricky because you are going to sacrifice a unit, but the +2 and Overwhelm for no cost, just an action.
It's good.
I think in Swarm decks, this guy goes crazy.
Yeah, true.
I love the idea of this guy with the Vader pilot just pumping out ties.
Yeah.
And letting the ties do 3 damage.
Yeah.
Fine.
I've seen him. I've had the idea of him paired with Palpatine, both aspects.
Chancellor Palpatine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only doing that, if it's a heroism card, you're healing, right?
Yep.
And then when it
deck,
flips,
you can play every color. Literally. Every single color.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Blue base, every color.
Yeah. The true rainbow deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll build it.
I agree. I think it's so exciting.
Yeah. Like I said, be interesting to see him play because obviously you can only do it once per term. But I want to go S.
Woo.
Pray out the gate.
Big.
I think especially his deployed action is strong, and it could help win a game.
Yeah.
So
I think I agree, he's powerful. I think, like you say, his biggest downside is you need to pair him with something that is going to benefit you from your unit dying. I think in most other scenarios, you're just going to be at a worse board state. However, we know from playing the game that if you haven't got a lot on the board, you usually don't get focused. So maybe there's some finicky plays you can have there. But yeah, I think like pairing him with like a Thrawn, so you can defeat your unit and then trigger whatever the defeated ability was twice. I think that's where the power really comes from.
Yeah, who you pair with.
Sorry, Nadia, go on.
No, that was it.
Oh yeah, no, so yeah, you could. I think Henry alluded to. You could put him in a token generating deck, so it's the tokens that you're smashing. Yeah.
I would be happy with an S tier. I think it is quite a powerful ability to just, for an action, give something plus to attack and overwhelm.
Yeah, I mean, the only other leaders I think of that have overwhelm giving abilities are like Moff Gideon, and he's not great. Maul, he's alright. He's alright. Yeah, I think the way Saw applies it, and it's because they've not given him a white or black aspect that he does have such a powerful action, I think. Hence why in Twin Suns he just gets elevated to a whole nother level because you can introduce that through another leader. So yeah, he makes so many other leaders even better. I do wonder if because of this, the table, your game plan is immediately obvious. People will see what leader you've paired Saw with and know, okay, they're going to try and do this, so they will have you red immediately. But is there much they can do about it? If you do get to attack with your units, it's too late now. Like, it's done.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, we know what you're doing with your DJ and Qui-Gon Jyn deck, but sometimes it's not much you can do about it.
Yeah,
it's true.
And do you know what? That led me on a thought of why I think I really like this leader, because it encourages other players around the table to hit your units, which is something that in Twin Suns isn't necessarily always the objective. Whereas here, you know, if any unit drops, there's a chance it's going to hit for 2 more. And there's the like 3-cost Thralls of the Coven or whatever it is that has like raid 3. So then suddenly that's hitting for 8. And like I feel like it really encourages people to just start hitting units more, and I think we need more of that in Twin Suns.
Yeah. All right, so Alex, you think an S?
Stick it in S.
I think an S.
Yeah. S.
Yeah, it's strong.
We have our S.
Do it.
S for Saw.
Do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Henry.
Yeah, let me pick. Let me pick an absolute legend. Sebulba.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that.
Of course.
I knew it.
Of course. Now, for context, people are already very scared about Sebulba in Premiere.
Yeah.
Through deck testing, they have identified that Sebulba is like the new Sabine. He is going crazy fast. So, obviously in Twin Suns, you do have 3 other players to worry about, and there's many more ways you can be interfered with, but I still think Sebulba's pretty cool. So, let's take a look at what he does. He is a 4-cost leader, so he can come out very early. This is what we like to see in an aggro leader. He is aggression, villainy, he's a 2/5 stat, and he's fringed for his tags. On his leader side, action. Exhaust him and discard a card from your deck. A friendly unit gains raid 1 for this phase. And then on his unit side, it's basically the same thing, but he has raid 1 on attack, discard a card from your deck. So nothing gets the raid 1 there, which is... No, he gets it himself.
Okay, yeah, he gets it, yeah.
Balance. It would be crazy if he could give other units raid 1 on that.
So he's super weird in that way, I think, in that he's clearly a discard leader. You want to be discarding stuff, and like we said, there are new cards in this set that benefit you to discard them, but you're not going to have that many of them in a Twin Suns deck. In the same way that we were kind of worried about Vader, maybe.
Yeah.
I think the upside to Sebulba is you're not losing hand, which means you're never going behind curve. It's just the top of your deck that goes.
True.
So I think this is better than Vader because of that. You're essentially discarding a card that you probably you wouldn't have had anyway. Like, it's good, especially because there are some cards as well which will let you look at the top card of your deck. So, say for example, you pair him with Thrawn from set 1. You can look at the top card of your deck and know, oh yeah, that's fine to discard. Cool, one of my units is getting raid 1.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, and then also, like, he'd also maybe be a better pair with Kylo.
Yeah.
Because at least you get that raid 1, whereas, like, obviously with Aphra, it's she gets that, what is it, plus 3?
But only maybe.
Only if you get, So.
Yeah, I think this leader's fun.
I think he's fun. I think he would have been... I would have felt like, he's at least an A if it was a friendly unit gains raid 1 and then attacks. But it's slow. It's weird that he's an aggro leader, but that action feels a bit slow, which is why I think it's not necessarily about the raid 1 that's meant to be good about him. It's meant to be the discard, and I think in Twin Suns that's less appealing than in Premiere.
Yeah.
In Premiere, you would fill your deck with stuff that you want discarded. In Twin Suns, you can't do that yet.
Yeah, true.
He is weak as well, even with a raid 1 like 3. It's
3/5.
He's gonna die.
He dies to takedown. He dies to so many easy things.
Yeah, I feel like you would want to deploy him with like plot, so plot armor, whatever plot pod can like buff him up a bit. Then it becomes dangerous because I feel like any leader that can deploy early now with plot means that they're not going to die straight away. So even like your Cal Kestis's might live longer if obviously it's a big ask because you're hoping to draw those cards early and you can resource them. But I feel like he's a stronger leader if he works with plot. But in Twin Suns that is still quite a big ask.
Yeah.
Coming out of 4 is nice though, if you want to just use him as like early punching up against certain units, or you know. I wish he was a pilot. I don't know why he's not a pilot.
That's so strange.
Stick him on his pod racer, and then maybe they have like an extra, effect or something. But it feels like he should have been a pilot leader, but they decided to save him for this. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
It is a bit strange.
So
I think What do you think
it's gonna annoy
where would you put it, Henry?
It's gonna annoy the Premiere heads out there, but for Twin Suns, I think right now this set with these cards, he's like a C.
Yeah,
Too
I
easy
would
to
say
answer
that.
his unit. Slightly undesirable because he discards cards, and you might not necessarily get loads of benefits. And then also, it's a bit slow because a friendly unit gets raid 1, but then 3 other people get to do something about that unit before you even get to attack.
Yep.
And really, raid 1 is not
huge.
that crazy,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It can add up, sure, but it's not, it doesn't
Sure.
blow you away immediately.
No,
Yeah.
no.
So I think it's C. I think it'd be harsh to say he's an F. I think he's exciting because he's aggro and he comes out of 4. But
Yeah,
and I think there's some fun pairings you can have with that.
yeah,
But
definitely.
I think I agree. I think it's quite a hard leader to pull off. At least with Vader that if you can get to that round, he's staying and you're hitting big, whereas Sebulba could die that turn. And like you say, quite slow to even buff up other units. And when he's deployed, he can only buff himself, not others. So
Yeah.
All right, stick him in C. Back to you, Nadia.
Let's do Chewie.
Chewie.
So
More aggro.
red aggro hero deploys 4. Wait,
Yeah.
you have to pay 4.
Yeah, it's a
Sorry.
weird one.
Yeah. Underworld Wookiee, and his action is pay 1, defeat a friendly resource, deal 2 damage to a unit, and create a credit token. Great artwork there.
Yeah, great artwork.
So, what does everyone think? What does everyone think about credit tokens? We should probably talk about that.
I think they're
Credits,
awesome.
I think, are really fun. Yeah.
And Chewie being the only leader that can actually be deployed based on your credits and not your resources is quite cool. It's not a regular action like Trench where you can keep deploying him, so you do only get to do it once. But Jesus Christ, sticking out a 5/6 on the 4th turn, on the 3rd turn, is quite funny.
It's quite funny.
Yeah.
I mean, the only problem is you do that, but you then delay when your second leader comes out, unless it's also a very low cost leader.
That's true.
I mean, you could just go all out on aggro and just
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird one. I don't know.
It is a weird one.
Like Henry says, it's really powerful if you get to that turn and throw him out straight away. However, you are playing behind curve from there. There are some cards which let you then re-ramp if other people have more resources than you, and obviously the credits will help with your units. But I think it's kind of tough to convince me to just pay 1 to burn a friendly resource.
So I guess the idea would be that you would have cards that would just constantly be churning out credit tokens, because then you're getting rid of your resources, right?
Yeah. Or cards that benefit from going to your discard pile, or it's I don't know, or it's because you look at the flip side of it is deal 2 damage to a unit. That's actually there's not many. I don't think there's many abilities out there that on a leader that are do 2 damage. No arguments about it. 2 damage, bang, onto a unit. So
and it's any as well. Could be space or
exactly. Yeah.
It's definitely I think it's the strangest leader out of this whole set, because it's kind of first of its own kind.
Yep.
And you'd have to definitely get a leader in that deploys early before you start using his action.
Yeah, but it's weird because it also feels like you want to deploy him early as well. So you almost fighting against yourself of oh, should I wait 1 more turn so I can deploy both of these leaders? But then to deploy Chewie, you need to pay 4, which is probably the majority of your resources at that time. I like what they're doing with these different techs, so it's not just the same. You hit a certain amount of resources and you can throw out your leaders. I like this now you have to choose whether or not your resources are going towards your leader. You have to throw one away, but you get that extra damage onto units, and you get your leader out early. It's a very interesting leader. I just don't know if it's plausible yet in Twin Suns.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If there was another leader out there that was, you know, similar deploy conditions, I'd get it. Like Chancellor Palpatine, it works because you're never going to deploy that guy.
Yeah.
For example, and maybe there are certain leaders that you're actually okay with never deploying, like Leia from set 1. Sometimes it's better to keep her just there as an action.
Yeah.
So that you can always hit with 2 units at once. But yeah, I agree that I think the fact it lessens the likelihood that you can deploy your other leader is a problem in Twin Suns, because no one else is going to give you that saving grace. It's your fault that you decided to deploy Chewbacca, so it's your fault that you probably have gotten to that point. At the same time, maybe you don't care about his ability on his leader side, and you're just happy to deploy a 5/6 that costs 4.
Yeah, you guaranteed that. Yeah.
And then when it dies, you can then just go back to start using. You know, you could then deploy your leader and then start using Chewbacca's ability.
Yep.
To do the 2 damage here and there, create credits, so you're still able to play other cards. You know, it is a weird one, but maybe it's like in Twin Suns, you actually think about him backwards. It's not about getting him out quick. It's actually about you know, getting him out quick without using that until later.
I mean, yeah, I didn't think about just using him as a guaranteed 4, 5, 6. You don't have to use his on attack, so you're getting that. If you have like 1 resource, you might be able to give him a shield if you're pairing him with blue. Like, there are a lot of other techs you could give to him as just a solid unit. So yeah, that's pretty good when you think of it that way.
Yeah.
It's like you've always got a 4-drop in your hand, basically, when you have him. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Where would you stick him, Nadia?
It's one of those ones where, like, until you play him, there's no knowing. I feel like as a leader, I don't think he's that helpful. As a unit, he's pretty solid. So maybe like a C, because it's like, why choose him, you know, as a leader?
I can see that, yeah.
I don't know, like, I don't know what you guys think.
I think C, yeah. If his stats were like 4, 5 instead, I would have been like, nah, not good enough. But 5, 6,
yeah,
that's big at that turn.
Yeah.
And with credits, you could get him out even earlier. You know, let's say you aren't defeating defeating resources. Let's say on the second turn, maybe you have a way to play him straight away.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you know. Yeah.
I think C makes sense.
I think he's kind of a little better than Sebulba in a way, but
I think just if you're guaranteed that 4, 6, I think is good.
Yeah.
For 4.
5, 6. Yeah.
5, 6. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
From the Sebulba.
And aggression's getting dragged. Apart from Sword.
I think they're both going to be great in Premiere.
Yeah.
Those 2.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just Twin CS. It's not helpful.
Is it Steve?
Well, maybe we'll be wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna go for my second favorite leader in this set, Boba Fett.
Hell yeah.
I really like the look of this leader. 1, because I just built a bounty hunter deck, and 2, because it's Boba Fett. So Boba Fett is a green-black leader. When a friendly bounty hunter unit attacks ends, if the defending unit was defeated, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, create a credit token. And then on 5 resources, you can deploy him as a 3/6 with raid 1. And when a friendly bounty hunter unit's attack ends, if the defending unit was defeated, create a credit token. I like the sound of this. I think anything that allows me to play more bounty hunters and have more value out of those bounty hunters is great. I also, again, like the fact that this is a leader that encourages players to focus more on units than just hitting base all the time. Big fan of that, and I think the artwork's kind of dope as well because it's like young Boba.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when he's working with Cad Bane, I think, at that point, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right about like hitting units and stuff because, you know, like, not that it gets boring, but hitting the base can really, like, I don't know, quicken the game. Whereas if we have more of a reason to hit units, then it just kind of makes things last a bit longer, which obviously not always good, but it's fun to see what happens. Like Resource 7.
Yeah.
And onwards.
I think he is crazy powerful. Crazy powerful. Because the one bit of like text that I was surprised not to see on his unit side was use this ability once per turn.
Yeah,
true.
That's bonkers that when he's deployed, every time your bounty hunters kill something, that's a credit. That can really spiral out of control quite quickly.
Really fun as well.
Yeah, really fun.
Because there are some really powerful bounty hunter units as well.
Exactly.
And a lot of them have like a good amount of health, so they can probably do it once or twice before they die. Yeah, I think he is an unbelievable soft ramp kind of leader that lets you get out big units quicker than people are prepared for.
Yeah. I think that's a really good shout. I think the credit system's really fun. I like how it plays into him, his bounty hunter archetype. Just you kill stuff, you claim the bounty, you get the credits. Like that. That's really cool to me. And I am definitely going to build a deck with him first. So. And
it counts for himself too, like because he's a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Doesn't say when another. So you know that him, you can definitely probably get one. He's like a token deck's worst nightmare. It's
it says
go for them.
When a friendly bounty, isn't that kind of like when another?
Yeah, when one of your own ones.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say when another friendly. It just says when a friendly. So he counts too.
Oh.
Yeah. Plus, it's good stats for a 5-drop. Like 6 health is quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great. I hope the showcase looks sick as well.
Yeah, me too. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think it's good. I do. Yeah, it's tricky, I suppose, because we trying to see this. I suppose it is as like a deviation on the Revan, but slightly better in that if your unit can die, you can trade units and still get the credit token.
Yeah.
So it's not. It doesn't suit my kind of style of play, so it's tricky for me to kind of. But I do like the idea of because you could just have if you can maintain enough units at one point that you swing them all in one round and kill maybe 4 units, you've got 4 credit tokens for the next.
Yeah.
And you can bring out something massive.
Now comes the
I'd have to see. I think it's more the way it's been explained by you guys. It seems more powerful than I thought it was. Very kind of scary at the same time.
Bounty hunter units are like the range of them are really good, and the on attacks, the bounties that they bring in, they can be quite powerful. So this just makes all the bounty hunter decks good. I think it just adds just a little like bit of flair to it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, with like a Cad Bane or you could go all over the place with it.
There's a new Cad Bane unit in this set as well. It's a blue, green, black. Deploys. You can deploy it with 6. It's a 6/6 shielded with overwhelm, and then on attack, defeat any number of friendly credit tokens and give an experience token to this unit.
Oh yeah,
each unit defeated this way. So
That's
if you
crazy.
if there is a world where you can generate a bunch of credits with Boba, throw him down, and then on that, if you generate more tokens after that, suddenly this Cad Bane unit is just a beast. And I know in this set they revealed a bunch more bounty hunter units that were had some pretty good abilities as well. So I'm hoping that there's a lot more synergy with the bounty hunter trait in this set.
Where would you put him in the list?
I mean, maybe it's personal feelings, but I would say M. I think I like the leader, but 2, I also think that the synergy you can have with other bounty hunter leaders and cards is pretty powerful. Again, good stats when he deploys, and something that Henry mentioned that I didn't realize is it's not once per turn. It's crazy, if you can deploy him. Yeah, if you can deploy him and then hit with 4 other bounty hunters, then you generate 4 tokens, which I think could be very powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like him a lot. I think he's S tier. I think if it was once per turn, it would be A. And I think if he deployed at 6, he would be low A.
Yeah.
But he's not. He's all of those things. So he's an S for me.
Another Boba leader that might get banned.
Yeah, I think the only downside is like the lack of flexibility. It has to be Underworld, but Underworld is a really strong trait, so it's not like it's
it really is
terrible.
Yeah.
There's so much choice with Underworld. I mean,
Underworld and Bounty Hunter work very well together.
I think there's so many good cards that synergize.
Definitely.
You make a really formidable bounty hunter deck.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait.
Think he's better than Saw?
I don't think he is, just because it does rely on, like, Saw works however you build a deck, really, whereas Boba, you need to build it with as many bounty hunters as you can.
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head how many bounty hunter cards there are, but I can't imagine there's 80. So
eventually.
Not that you would put 80.
Oh, I would.
Oh, absolutely. If there was, I would.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, just forget about everything else. Just put bounty hunters.
79 bounty hunters and 1 Great Dragon. There you go.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so ridiculous.
Right.
I mean,
way through now.
I think it's pretty strong. I agree. S is fine. But I'm with Alex. I feel like when I look at these leaders, well, maybe Alex doesn't feel exactly the same. None of them are really my favorite because they're so different that I don't know how I like them at all. So, that's why I'm just kind of like,
Yeah. Well, my next choice is very much in that vein, in that I don't know.
Yeah.
This next card is this next leader's completely different. Although we've seen something similar with his ship. I believe it was his ship. But Tobias Beckett. As an action, choose a friendly unit. An opponent takes control of that unit. If they do, create a credit token. It's a 5 cost, 4/6. When deployed, defeat any number of units you own but don't control. For each unit defeated this way, create a credit token and draw a card.
Whoa.
I don't know what to think.
Weird.
I think that's so cool.
I kind of think this might be a DJ thing again. I think actually.
I mean, someone could say they don't want the unit, or if they take your unit, are they going to just destroy the unit before especially with they're just going to destroy the unit before it comes to deploying your leader? I don't know.
Maybe, probably.
I don't think they get a choice. I think they do have to.
Yeah.
Take control.
No, it says if they do.
Yeah, as in like.
Oh.
But it does say so. You choose a unit, an opponent takes
Oh,
control
yeah.
of it, so that has to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's.
And then
I
you
think
get-
they're just like future-proofing it by saying if they do, because
Yeah,
maybe
so you
you
definitely-
can't choose a
okay.
unit, or maybe I don't know, maybe your opponent dies mid-action.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I don't know. There could be some weird thing there.
Do
but
you
yeah.
want to give away your units? Unless they're weak, I suppose. Very weak.
I do
Yeah.
if they have bounties.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
You could give your own units bounty and then give them to someone else to potentially claim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
If I'm playing Beckett, I'm putting every single bounty unit in my deck and then giving them to you guys. And then when I deploy Beckett, I'm defeating all of those bountied units and I get all the benefits from them. Plus I get a credit and I draw a card.
Yeah.
So that could go
I feel like
so
he-
many ways, but it's so niche.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
it's
if
a
you
lot.
give me- yeah, because if you give me a unit with bounty on it, I'm gonna destroy it somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to get the bounty.
That's fine. But then it's just, do I want to give whoever's playing Tobias? Do I want to give them that satisfaction?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose they're making a credit. I mean, it could be crazy because you do create a credit token. Yeah, this is what I mean about it. This is.
But like you could be giving it. Let's say we've all had it where there's a game where your draw is terrible. You can't put out anything. Are you really going to be defeating the one unit that you have, even though it's like given to you by someone else, and they may, it's like it's weighing out your options. It's just like, oh, but I don't have anything. I really need this unit. Like,
Yeah.
I think you exploit that choice where it's just like, oh, I'm going to give it to Alex because he's having a terrible run, and he's probably not going to get rid of it straight away.
There could be a lot of deal making with it as well.
Yeah.
I think there's also the ability to still use that unit until it gets to an unusable state, and then you give it to someone. So let's say, you know what, before this guy dies, here you go, you have him. I get a token that I can put on a bigger guy now. But you now have a really weak unit.
Yeah.
That could just be easily killed by someone else or whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to you. You got what you needed out of that unit.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of really fun tech you could set up with this leader. I was just looking through the bounties, and top target is a bounty where you can heal 4 damage from a unit or base. If the unit is unique, heal 6 instead. So there's a world where you set that bounty on a unique unit you control. You give that to someone else. You deploy Tobias, then you heal for 12. Like, there's some crazy tech you could potentially pull with this. It is a lot of setup, and I don't know how consistent it would be, but if you can do it, damn, that would be one powerful turn.
I do feel like he's kind of got DJ potential.
Yeah, it's very
Sleep.
weird.
Like, yeah.
It's very weird. It's very uncertain.
Yeah.
Is the other thing. Yeah. But the deployed ability is potentially devastating if you have set the board up right. And just like loads of card draw, loads of credits now to spend on those new cards you got, maybe.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's also, again, a very obvious strategy. Your opponents know which units you're looking to benefit from, so they will look to answer that in other ways. But,
So where do we want to put it?
Well, I think his stats are also pretty good. Like 5, 4, 6.
5, 6.
The problem is once he's deployed, he is just a 4/6. There's nothing else to him.
Yeah.
So he's a blank kind of card after that. But yeah, it's interesting.
Where would you guys think of putting him? Where would you guys put him? A?
I feel like maybe 2 out of 10 times you might be able to set it up really perfectly. Like, it's like Henry's Endless Legions move. It's like really rare, but when it happens, it's devastating.
Yeah.
So I kind of think he should be middle ground because I don't think it's always going to turn out.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
Like mid B.
Yeah,
I
can see that.
High C maybe.
High C?
Yeah.
I mean,
he sounds really fun to try and build, but
yeah,
no idea if it would ever work.
Yeah, very circumstantial.
Depends on like who he's paired with as well. Like, I'm trying to think
I don't
of
even
other
know
people.
who I'd pair with him.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other like, other leaders that benefit from you losing control of units, but I don't know if that's a thing.
Not really. I would say if you're going the bounty method with Bosk, because then you can double the bounty that you claim, but as long as Bosk is deployed. But even then, it's a lot of setup for something that potentially happens, like once in every 100 games. Mm-hmm. And like you say, when he deploys, he's a vanilla after that effect's finished. So I would be happy with a low B, just because there's that chance it could be really good.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Low B or high C, I'm happy with either.
I'm so gutted Sebulba is bottom at the moment. I really wanted him to be cool for Twin Suns, but yeah, never mind. Let's go with some green action. Let's go with Krennic. Director Krennic. I figured I'd pick him before Alex does, because I know Alex will probably like this one.
Yeah, I was either him or Tobias for the last one.
Yeah. So Krennic is a 7-drop, which we know how we kind of feel about that. But he is a 4/9. 4/9.
Yeah.
Imperial official tagged. And yeah, he's command villainy. As an action, exhaust Krennic and then defeat a friendly unit and create a credit token. So it's kind of like Beckett with fewer steps. It's like, cool, I'm just going to kill this guy and get a credit. When he's deployed, another friendly unit deals damage equal to its power to an enemy unit. So, again, one thing.
Yep.
Bang. Something dies, probably, is what you're trying to do. But then after that, he's just a 4/9.
But 4/9 is still
4/9 is good.
Right.
It's good stats.
Yeah.
Is it enough, like, at that end game, though, when maybe you're not caring so much about health, but you're caring about power? Like, 4 isn't a crazy amount, but...
No. You could... If you had... I mean, you'd need to have a powerful unit, but you could have a powerful unit exhausted, even, and you bring him out to get rid of a sentinel.
Yeah.
If you're generating those credits beforehand as well, it means that you can probably play a bigger unit before and then bring him out and then deal the damage. So, yeah.
True.
Yeah, that would probably be the best game strategy for it.
I mean, you could obviously the friendly units could be tokens.
Yep.
Could be super laser technician. Could be
Yeah.
a card that Tobias Beckett's giving you. It's could be something that you want to defeat anyway and get the double defeated with Thrawn.
Yep.
Yeah, he can be paired with a lot.
Yeah.
Very
But
versatile.
if you've got 3 other opponents who just decide to get rid of your tokens before it comes around to you, you're having to give up you might have to give up a decent unit for a credit token.
Yeah.
So it can be tricky.
Yeah, I agree. I think...
Yeah, but then if let's say you're playing Thrawn, even if they do get rid of the unit, it's just like it would still be okay. Like, let's say it's Thrawn or DJ or whatever, you'd still be okay because you have. I think because he pairs so well with so many other leaders, it'll be hard to even if it doesn't go the way you want it to, you would still be benefiting somehow. So I feel like, Anyway.
Yeah,
what were you gonna say?
It's true.
Where would you put him, Henry?
I'd say A.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be A. I don't know if he's as good as Jyn though.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
think.
Maybe we should move Jyn.
I would be happy to move Jyn up to A and then put Krennic top of B.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
What makes you think that he's not as good as Jyn? Is it just because after he's deployed, like Tobias Beckett, there's nothing else?
There's that. There's the fact he comes out with 7. And yeah, you're right. You would pair him with things that let you ramp so you can get him out quicker. But I mean, you could say that about any leader, that you want them out whenever you want them out, and you want to ramp so that you can play big cards. That's not unique just to Krennic. And there are other leaders at 7 that are like stronger, more impactful, and yeah, it's an entirely predictable strategy. Your opponents will probably want to defeat your units rather than let you do it, because yeah, sure, maybe you're playing when defeated units, but at least this way you don't get credit, which is kind of your game plan. It's suboptimal,
yeah, I suppose.
You know. So that's why I don't think he's as good as Jyn, because I think with Jyn, again, the idea is that your units are getting defeated, and that's kind of not really up to anyone. Like, that's just going to happen. That's a fact of the game.
Yeah.
But with Krennic, it's, I want my units to be defeated exactly when I say so. So that's the tricky part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I agree. You've convinced me.
So I'll put him here. Do we want to move Jyn, or do you want to wait till later?
We can wait till later.
Yeah,
let's wait till later for the show.
We still have a few left.
We do.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
Let's go for Enfys Nest.
Enfys Nest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, when you use an on-attack ability, you may pay 2 and exhaust this leader if you do use that ability again. Deploys at 5, 3/7, and when deployed, it's when you use an on-attack ability, you may use that ability again, but you can only use it once each round. So, yeah, I mean, huge. Obviously, the once each round is thrown once each round as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's quite level with that, and obviously on attack is massive. There's so many cards that you can use that with, and you can go any way with it.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely a strong card. His power is kind of
Her
yeah.
power. Enfys is a she.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's the pay 2 that if you're making I mean, if it's a powerful on attack or you're making credit tokens, that diminishes that, I suppose. But yeah, the pay 2 is high. It's a high cost.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but when you think of some of the on attacks, I'm just trying to glance through some of them now. On attack, rugged survivors. On attack, control a leader unit, you may draw a card, so you could potentially, draw 2 there.
It does open up so
deployed. Jeddah agitator on attack. If you control a leader unit, you'll switch to a ground unit or base. Like, I think there's a lot of on attack abilities that are really strong, and paying 2 might get them again just to get that extra damage or heal or discard or something. I think it's pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think it's funny that they have decided to go like, okay, on attacks are so good that you have to pay 2. When defeated, they're free. I suppose they're saying though that it's balanced, because with a when defeated you have lost a unit, so a unit is also worth 2 in that way, is what they've decided.
Yeah.
So like, it's interesting. Of course, you're always going to need to have 2 resources or credits or whatever available. You're going to hope that you have your best on attacks available to use that with. once per round is a shame, but understandable because that would be crazy. Because once she's deployed, you don't have to pay. Also, 7 health is absurd. We haven't had a 7 health 5 drop since like Boba Fett. I don't think. Like with some decent attack, like a 3 is fine. Like that's Django stats as far as I know. Yeah, she's really well statted.
Yeah, and I think again this is one of those leaders that works really well with like plot, anything with plot that you could give her a buff. I think she deploys and then she's like a massive unit, and then you get that on attack ability that could go again. I really like this leader. I think there's some really fun things you can do with her.
Yep, I agree. But yeah, I think it's going to depend a lot on the resources that are available.
Yeah,
if you can generate enough tokens, it's really powerful. If you can't, it's going to be quite hard to, I think, use her leader ability before she deploys.
I think the whole credit token is probably going to be a lot more substantial than we initially think. I think it's the whole idea of with Legends of the Force token. It was like hard to imagine whether or not it would actually come off, but it does. Like it does work, and it's probably the same for these credit tokens. Like you can build your whole deck to cater to that whole dynamic. So
I'm glad they've included units that either defeat credit tokens or take advantage if other people have credit tokens. So that'll be interesting as well.
They're not just some new idea. They're also vulnerable.
Where are we thinking for Enfys Nest?
Oof.
A, high B, or not really?
I think A.
Yeah, I think A.
Yeah, I think it's strong, it's reasonable. The way Henry describes it in terms of, I think he's right. You're losing a unit with Thrawn. Paying 2 seems about on par. Like, it seems balanced, reasonable. Yeah. I'd say A, but I don't know. What does everyone else think?
I'm happy with A.
I like A. I think there's a lot you can play with there, and it just gives you more options. I think I like that it doesn't necessarily rely on credits, but really utilize them. I think the biggest downside, one thing that you just reminded me of like a Krennic and stuff, is you could defeat your unit, generate a token, and then someone can play a card that defeats that token, so you've just lost everything on that turn. Whereas with Enfys Nest, you're almost trying your best to just make sure she doesn't have extra credits to play because of whatever on attack ability is down on the board. And I think it also introduces a lot more unit battling, which is obviously it feels like quite a big theme with this set, where if someone's playing Enfys Nest and you're playing a couple of different cards with on attacks, you don't know which one they're going to use to potentially use twice. So then you've got to figure out, okay, well that one's probably going to be the worst one, so let's just make sure we focus that unit down or something like that. So yeah, I think there's a lot of power here, and like Henry mentioned, a 3/7 is pretty beefy.
Yeah, really good stats.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what's a really good on attack that you'd want to use twice. I know that like IG-11 has a pretty good one, like deal 3 or 4 damage to a damaged unit. Like if you could just pay 2 to deal 4 damage to a damaged unit, you would. Easily.
True.
So there are a lot of scenarios where she becomes quite, and that could also be just for free if she is deployed. So she's got a lot of flexibility, and I think if the Enfys player is in control, they're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose one that I'm quite excited to see him play, but I'm not sure how powerful he'll be. Agent Kallus. So Agent Kallus is blue-black. Action, pay 1, play a card from your hand, ignoring its aspect penalties. And then for deploys on 5 as a 3/6, as an action you can pay 1, play a card from your hand, ignoring its aspect penalties. When you play a heroism card, heal 2 damage from your base. I like the sound of this. I think it's quite interesting to build a villainy deck that can include a lot of heroism cards, and you only have to pay 1 extra to then play that from your hand. It's kind of interesting. I think when he's deploys on 5, 3/6, and then if you play a heroism card, you can heal 2 from your base. That could be quite powerful. I'm just not sure how much you're sort of playing behind curve, because you've always got to play 1 less, so you've got that extra 1 to play that off aspect card. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like they're basically trying to say, instead of paying an aspect penalty at all, just pay 1 extra for a card.
Just pay 1 extra, yeah.
But it does mean that you could build a deck and play even let's say it was Kallus, another blue, and then a red base. It means you could play green cards as well, or yellow cards as well.
Yeah, true.
So it does open up a lot of possibilities. I don't think he's been designed with Twin Suns in mind. I think he's been designed with draft and sealed in mind.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I think it's okay, this isn't a constructed deck. This is, you're playing sealed. You have, all your cards are random. So this way you get to worry a bit less about what your deck looks like. You just play whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right in that it's it's interesting that it's whenever you play a heroism card, heal 2 damage. So you don't necessarily need to use the action to play that card. Of course, you would want to usually, because it would be cheaper, but for example, you could play U-Wing for 8 and you would heal potentially 8 from your base.
Yeah.
Because you play U-Wing and then 3 other units, ideally they're heroism. So that's 2 times 4 healing. So that's one way of doing it. But
a lot of setup, right?
Yeah. It's a lot of setup. I think you could potentially brick your hand too much, because you're going to probably want to include too many heroism units in your deck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good point. Yeah.
Is that certainly a wild card? It's not something that you can quite wrap your head around until it's in play.
Could be cool
when you're building a deck. And I'll say, oh yeah, that could work.
So then you could play all of the clones
without free.
And every time you play a heroism clone, you heal 2.
Yeah.
That could work. And if you need to play something else, then you use Kallus's ability.
Yeah. That could work really well, actually.
Yeah, it's. I think it feeds into that opponents know your game, but again, with that, it's quite hard to go against a game plan that is just playing more units. So, and then potentially being able to heal 2 from your base. So yeah, I think there is power in that combination. But then you're playing double blue. I guess his ability then helps that you can include those green and red cards depending on what your base is. I'm interested to see how this leader plays out. Like Nadia says, I don't think he's necessarily the most powerful, so I could see him maybe being. I don't know if he's lower than Sebulba, to be honest. Maybe between Sebulba.
Yeah, you'd have to. I feel like it would take a lot of brain work to build his deck, because it's just okay, now we have to think about how to play him exactly, and it feels like a lot of work with very little payoff. I don't know.
Yeah.
And really, it's for me, it's the heal 2 is the best part of his leader.
Yeah.
And as soon as he dies, that's gone.
Yeah, we've seen Chancellor Palpatine. There've been rounds where you guys can't get a hero out for the life of you, and you never get to flip him. So it's just
yeah. True. Yeah.
Mid-C.
I think mid-C.
I don't think he's better than.
No.
Is he better than Chewbacca? I don't know, maybe not.
I think Chewie's a bit more like, what can you really do about him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to 4. I'm gonna get a 5-6 out. With Kallus, yeah, you can flip him. Are you gonna get to heal any? Do you have a good hand still? Like, and depending on who you're combining him with, I'm trying to think of other people than Nala say that work well, and I'm not entirely sure.
I think it's hard with villainy. Yeah.
I think put it down.
Mid-C.
There he goes.
Nice.
Cool character though.
Yeah, cool character.
Yeah.
Cool story.
Damning. I'm gonna choose what I think is the worst leader.
Ooh.
Here we
And
go.
I think there's maybe 3 in here that I don't like.
Oh,
but
no.
I think the worst especially for Twin Sons, is Han Solo.
Okay.
Defeat a friendly token, deal 1 damage to a unit. It's a 5 cost, 4/5, which is okay. Saboteur also good. On attack, defeat any number of friendly tokens, deal damage to a unit equal to the number of tokens defeated this way. I think if that said base, I'd be more interested. I just think I'd rather have whatever token you're defeating.
Yeah.
Deal 1 damage to a unit. I don't think he's good in Twin Sons.
I think like you do it. Let's say you built a formidable board with loads of tokens, and you would only do it once.
Yeah, you get rid
and
of
that would be it,
Monster
and that would
Shield,
be it.
but-
And it's just like, imagine doing that all throughout the game. It seems a little bit wasteful. I don't know.
Especially like as on an attack, all you could do is damage to another unit. I feel like there's stronger leaders, stronger on attack. I don't think he's good.
I think he's got a lot of
Prove me wrong though.
flexibility.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah, so what I would say is, number 1, the damage he deals can at least go anywhere. Space, ground, whatever. So that's nice. It's also, it can be leaders, it can be non-leader, whatever. So there's no limitations to what unit he damages. So that's good. Normally there are restrictions. It does kind of suck to have to defeat tokens, but the flexibility is it can be any kind of token. It could be a shield. It could be an experience. It could be, a clone. It could be a credit. Any token counts. So there's some flexibility there, and there are decks out there that can help you generate a lot of token somethings, whether it's shields, experience, whatever. So I think his strength is in that you could pair him with any one of those type of leaders and just add like another string to their bow. Like, not only are they making tokens, those tokens now are like 1 damages somewhere. That being said, I think his stats are a bit underwhelming. His attack's good. His health is woeful. For a 5-drop. And he's only Underworld, which Heroism Underworld isn't as good as Villainy Underworld.
No, it isn't.
Yet. Maybe later. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, I'd be happy to build a deck with him. I'd be like, yeah, cool, let's see how this works. But I wouldn't be super confident that it would be a game changer.
Yeah,
He
for
wouldn't
me
be a
just
first choice.
it just depends on how easy it is to generate tokens. I don't know if with this leader you necessarily want to be using credits for it, because credits are more useful to get other things out. So yeah, if you've got another way to somehow generate like clone troopers or whatever it's going to be, maybe it works there, but then you're losing damage. It just feels a bit...
Yeah, it's tough especially with heroism token units, because they're
Because
always
they're
2/2s. If they were 1/1s, I'm like, yeah, whatever. It would have done 1 damage to a unit anyway.
Yeah,
Although,
exactly.
Yeah, and also, like, I know from experience, most of the time when I get tokens out, people kill them off because it's so easy.
Yeah.
you're not taking a lot of damage. You're not so like really someone else is doing that for you before you can even utilize this.
Yeah, and for the sake of 1 damage, it's not.
I would have
not great.
I would have maybe given him a shot at like being a good rating if his on attack was like, and you can spread that damage however you like.
Yeah.
So like, let's say it was 2 things you defeated, you could do 1 here, 1 there, so you could ping 2 shields. That would be amazing. But it's 1 unit getting all that damage. So, yeah. And I think the only token I'm genuinely like probably okay with always defeating is experience. Because like, what's the point of defeating a shield if I'm going to do 1 damage?
Yeah.
1 damage. I would rather just attack you because I lose the shield.
Yeah,
anyway.
I suppose you could do it to an exhausted token or an exhausted unit if you're going for a swing, but
I suppose the fact that he's a saboteur. So let's say, you know, you've got like a formidable sentinel up. He's a saboteur. The attack is initially, the 4 is initially going to a base, and then if you're on attack, you're defeating whatever friendly token. Then you can aim that at units. So, I mean, it could go both ways. Rather than because I thought, oh yeah, he's kind of crap, but actually,
if someone's got a big sentinel,
if it's a certain situation, it's definitely helpful.
That damage can go on units or leaders behind the big sentinel.
But if like Henry said, if you could distribute that damage a bit more, it would be like, oh wow, this is amazing, because I'll be like, oh, 1 here, 1 for Steve, 1 for Alex, 1 for Henry, like
I'm not buying it.
He's an F for me, but
I don't think.
I'm happy.
I don't think he's as good as
well.
Sebulba. I think Sebulba's like, he makes sense. Just go, whatever. He's boring, or he's not. Not the most exciting for Twin Sons. But with Han, I'm like,
is this our first Earth? Has Alex decided it?
I mean,
it's tough. It does feel like it's a leader that sort of works against you when you're playing him. So I don't. I can see
one
him
opponent to worry about, and maybe endgame you do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm happy to be argued out of it and proven wrong, but
it's hard to argue because it's just like so.
Yeah, I can see it in F. I can see it in F.
Put it in F. I'm happy to be proven wrong.
More than happy for someone to play him and kill me with him, or maybe with Sarbe as well, works as a saboteur. Put in. I'm happy for people in the comments to tell me I'm an idiot for saying it. So
I don't think.
Let me know.
Argue too much, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a bit about some cunning leaders. Let's get another cunning leader.
What about Han Solo's friend?
He doesn't have any friends. Jabba is his best friend, I suppose.
There you go.
Let's do Jabba. So Jabba's one of the Spotlight deck leaders. So if you want to get Jabba, you need to either pack him as a showcase, or you need to attend a pre-release, or you need to buy a Spotlight deck. But he's pretty cool, and he's pretty beefy for a 6-drop.
Cool.
So 6-drop, he's a 3/9. Of course he is. Action, pay 1, exhaust him, return a friendly underworld unit to its owner's hand, create a credit token. And then when he's deployed, it's action, and he can use it as many times as he likes. Play an underworld unit from your hand. If you defeated a credit while paying its cost, the unit gains ambush.
That's amazing.
That's super cool, because I guess the thinking is you're playing your underworld units before Jabba comes out, but you're always bouncing them, creating credits. You're probably playing behind curve, because obviously you want to use your resources, not your credits, to pay for his action. So you're just trying to build up a huge stockpile of credits so that when you do deploy Jabba, you can ambush a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and there's some decent, when played, underworld units as well.
There are. There's a few with Overwhelm. There's
I think this is a good leader.
I think he's good.
I know, yeah. I think he's probably the one I'm most interested in, actually, surprisingly.
Yeah.
I think his benefit is his health as well. Like, normally when a leader comes out that has an action that you can do a bunch, people are like, cool, you get to do that once, and then the rest of us are going to kill it. But this guy's got 9 health, which
just
is...
like, it's to the point where, like, it's all... I know that when Jabba's like previous Jabba cards have come out, I don't even think we bother hitting him because it's just like there's no point.
12 health. He's just gonna live.
Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah.
Although you might want to get rid of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he does what Steve likes a lot, which is encouraging hitting units.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously you're going to pay for that to get ambushed, so you can trade units, maybe do some overwhelm damage, whatever.
Maybe you pair him with Boba Fett.
Yeah, because you'll probably have a lot of bounty hunters, so you regain a credit off of that as well. It's smart.
I think there's good synergy here. Even his leader action to just return friendly underworld units, like there are some that come with ambush already, so maybe you can just use it to like ambush into a thing and then pay and return it to your hand, so it does, like, if it doesn't die during the ambush, you've got your ambush unit back. Like there's a lot of really fun things. There's a lot of really fun things you can do here, and I was going to build him with Boba just to see what that dynamic is, because it
Can't wait for that.
It sounds ridiculous, to be honest with you.
I'll tell you who I'm building him with.
No brain. Who?
DJ. All day long.
Oh my god, it's just a different version of Qui-Gon.
Because instead of trying to play like big units underneath, you're just going to stay on curve, but you're going to always be able to play, always going to be able to make credits.
Yeah.
So by the time Jabba does come out, I can start really playing some big things.
Yeah,
that's my plan.
That's a really good shout. That'd be a very interesting deck as well.
Yeah, triple cunning again, but this time I don't know. I would think maybe it'd be like either red or blue.
Yeah, I was gonna say red would be.
Yeah, it's kind of
green,
tough because a lot of underworld units are spread across like red and blue as well. So
yeah.
Seems
fun though. Seems fun. Okay, so I think Jabba is really, really good. At least an A.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's S because I don't know. It's again, it's very predictable. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think people will kill your units before you get to return them, maybe, and maybe you don't have like you would think that if you're building his deck, everything's going to be underworld. So you're restricted to that archetype in building, but again, Underworld's pretty good. So
Underworld is pretty good. I don't think that's a flaw at all.
Yeah, Lady Proxima out as well.
Yeah, Jesus.
I think I think A makes sense to me. I think the reason why I wouldn't say S is just because with this leader, you're guaranteed that you're going to be generating these tokens. So everyone else is going to make sure that when they play cards that defeat like credit tokens, it's going to be yours. So I think there is that one downside too. They know that when Jabba deploys, there's going to be a lot of damage happening. So defeat these credits as they're popping up specifically for Jabba. But I think again the chances that everyone's going to see all those cards probably quite low. So it's still really powerful.
I would have gone maybe low S.
Yeah, I mean I could see that argument as well. I think it is like you say, nobody's going to be swinging into Jabba to kill it because 9 health is crazy.
I mean it's going to waste at least 3 units, small units / 2 big ones, and who's really willing to? Yeah, it's not always going to come off. I'm sure there'll be times where like the other 3 people will rally, but it's a lot of time to waste at that end game.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, I think he's definitely better than Enfys. I don't think he's as good as Boba. So yeah, somewhere between that. Whether that's S or A, Nadia, I'll let you decide.
I think a high A.
All right.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I think a high A.
There he goes. Nice.
He's like a good secondary leader, you know. He's not quite the big guns, but he like aids.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? Me.
6 left.
You see, I just don't really care about any of these leaders. Honestly,
That's fair enough.
I'll just go with Aurra Sing.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
She's cool.
That was going to be my pick. Yeah.
She is pretty cool.
She cool. All right, so she's deployed at 7, which is a lot.
Yep.
Underworld Bounty Hunter 3/7. Action: exhaustively defeat a non-leader unit with 1 or less remaining HP, and then when deployed, you may defeat a non-leader unit with 5 or less remaining HP.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I don't think it's amazing.
No,
I mean the downside's the 7 deploy. I think.
Yeah.
If you make it to that turn, I think it's going to be useful because the chances are there's going to be a big unit that probably has 5-ish health. I think the fact that obviously it's non-leader is quite a big downside because usually it's leaders that are in that position. I like it because it's not necessarily ping damage, but it's like that one thing that can just fit. Like Aurra Sing eliminates every droid token. Anything that has 1 HP, like you play something turn 1, Aurra Sing can just kill it. I think that's good.
True.
Late game, it becomes a bit harder to play with that ability. But I mean, there have definitely been times when there's like a unit that has 1 HP left, but hits for 7, and nobody wants to hit into it. So I feel like there's tech there. I just think that the 7 deploy is kind of rough, and for 3 attack, you really only use her to take out like a bigger unit when she deploys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's true to like the image of her as an assassin. It's just like, oh yeah, it's like the end, like get rid of that quickly. Yeah. Like it's. I don't know if it's gonna sway things. I don't think it's a strong leader move.
I
think
like
there are better pingy.
Yeah, I prefer Talzin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
For something like that, it's basically if you wanted to defeat something, I'd rather be able to do it with Talzin because Talzin's a bit more flexible. Like Talzin can target anything and remove 1 HP from it. Whether that kills it or not, I don't know. But at least I can target wherever I like. If there's nothing on the board with 1 or less HP, that's a problem because Aurra Sing does nothing. But you could also use that as a sort of bartering chip. Like, can you just knock it down and then I'll definitely kill it? You know.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know that, like you said, Steve, you don't have to attack something to defeat that big, ugly unit. It's on its last legs. Let's just remove it. Gone.
Yeah.
So it's like having always having a removal option, so long as something fits the bill. But
I think finding something to fit the bill is easy enough because at that point there's always something out that we've started to chip away at, but now everyone's kind of like umming and ahhing because they're like, oh, I don't want to waste my unit. There is definitely always going to be something to get rid of. It's just that's it. After that, it's just like 3/7.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it is just the first couple of turns where people might be playing units with 1 HP and you can just get rid of them. Like, it's a bit of a weird one. I like to think it's powerful. I mean, it could work well with bounties as well if you're throwing bounties on these units and you just want to remove them straight away. But again, if you throw a bounty on a unit that has that, people might just run into it because whatever they can claim that bounty. So it feels strong, but I think in action it's not necessarily too great.
Yeah.
I want to go low with it.
I think
low D.
One positive for her is she can target any arena. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
So space is also available to her. The non-leader thing is.
Then there are other leaders that can do any.
True. There are people that do it better, aren't there?
Yeah. And I think her deploy's good because the chances are it's going to get rid of a Sentinel that phase. I think the issue lies in when you hit 7 resources, the board state's usually quite thin, but like tall. It's rarely wide with a lot of things you can sort of defeat. So yeah, I think low B, just because early game I think you can get quite a lot of value out, but late game kind of tough. And like you say, when she's deployed, it's a one and done thing. She's just a 3/7 after that.
Yeah, I would have gone C, but I'll be alright.
Yeah, low C. Sorry, I didn't mean low D. There's no D. It's only F.
Yeah, I was thinking C.
Yeah, C. C's fine for me.
I think I prefer Chewie.
Yeah.
At least.
Just you're guaranteed a 5/6 there, which
4,
is nice.
a 5/6, yeah.
There we
Do
go.
it.
5 to go.
Ooh. Okay. Let's go with the client. So as an action, if you created a token this phase, exhaust an enemy unit, and then deploys on 5, a 4/4 shielded. On attack, if you created a token this phase, exhaust an enemy unit. I don't really know how to feel about this. Again, I think it depends on how consistently you can create tokens. Because again, this isn't just credits, it's any tokens. So you pair him with like a Vader, and maybe you can always generate your TIE fighters, and then you can exhaust enemy units off of that. Again, that takes quite a long rotation to get round to, so probably not that good. And then deploys as a 4/4 with a shield. I think it's kind of weak still. You might get the on attack off once, and then it's probably gonna die. Don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
I actually think he's really strong.
Really?
Yeah. Strong because he's pairable with so many other leaders. He's pairable, like you said, with Vader, with Tarkin, with
oh god, yeah, Tarkin. That would be really good.
I always forget tokens are just like XP and stuff. So
anything that's
Jabba.
Jabba.
What was the is it Slime War from the last step?
Slime War.
Yeah, Slime War.
And Governor Price as well, I think she does it.
I think well,
she does. Oh no, she
readies a token.
She readies a token.
Okay. So I think he's really powerful for his pairing potential, but also it's just an enemy unit. So I get to choose. I could choose a leader.
Yeah.
Like I can exhaust the biggest threat on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is amazing in my opinion.
I mean,
God, sorry.
No, it might even be worth not deploying him until like the very, very end.
Yeah.
It's almost, because let's say in the last few rounds you could do his action and then deploy him and then also get another exhaust.
Well, yeah, because when he deploys, he comes with a shield, and I assume that counts as creating a token, right?
Yep.
so you're guaranteed his on attack once anyway. So you get the shield, you attack with him, and then you can exhaust, like Henry says, like the biggest threat on the board, whatever that is, leader or not. So or again, could be in space. It's not limited to an arena. So actually, you've turned me around. That's kind of crazy.
I think he's great. I think his only downside is his stat line. It's even though he's shielded, there's a lot of cards that can wipe him out in one.
You're getting the ability once. It's probably quite rare that you'll get any more,
Yeah,
unless again, like
you could plot him.
plot armor.
Yeah. You could do something with plot. You can easily find ways to make him survivable, but I think his abilities alone are just incredible. And in so many different flavors, whether it is TIE fighter tokens, droid tokens, XP, shields, whatever.
Yeah,
he goes
honestly,
with so
I think
many leaders and makes them really fun.
Yeah,
I think any leader that exhausts is always a strong leader. I mean, it's the most frustrating leaders are the ones that exhaust.
Yeah, true.
Like, can you imagine?
Even like it's
if
like the
Cal
same
had
with
a
Cal.
shield?
Cal has terrible stat.
Yeah. But imagine he had a shield.
Like his actions are.
And imagine if Cal, you
horrible.
could choose.
Yeah.
That would be that'd be kind of nuts.
He's crazy, I think, personally.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a banging showcase as well.
Oh, yeah.
I just know it. Just know it.
Please.
Where would you think to put him?
I mean, you've turned me around on this. I think there's like. I think high A. I think just because of his stat line, he can't be S. I think, like you say, he's probably good for one of the on attacks, but his leader ability, I think there's enough cards to be able to generate any sort of tokens, and leaders you compare with him to generate tokens consistently that you're always going to be able to exhaust something on the board. So I think a high A is where I would sit.
Yeah, he's definitely like just a good all-rounder, like second leader. He's not your main show. He's like the support.
Imagine if you could use him
like
with Enfys.
Jabba.
Oh, that would be crazy. Just start exhausting everything.
So sick.
Yeah.
I mean, what like trying to think other leaders that, you know, so Vader deploys, he makes tokens. Or you can pair him with the droid manufactory, generate some tokens that way.
Yeah. So you're always guaranteed something. Although
he's cool.
Droid manufactory works when you deploy the leader. You already get his ability when you deploy.
I mean, as in when you deploy another leader.
Yeah,
the other leader. Yeah, you guaranteed it twice when he deploys and your other leader. Yeah.
Yeah, I think high A. Do you think better than Jabba? Better than Enfys?
I think better than Jabba just because
it's easier.
Yeah, your utility works based on yourself. Like, even if someone
defeats the token,
you still use his ability, whereas Jabba requires you to make sure you're keeping your tokens so you can get more value out of him.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
I'm gonna choose another leader that I think is awful.
Yay.
Ooh, let's see if we can prove you wrong.
Velsarpa. Action. Give an experience token to a unit. An opponent creates a credit token.
Yeah.
Not happy about that. It's cost a 4/7 rebel, which is good.
Yep.
On attack, you may give an experience token to a unit. If you do, an opponent creates a credit token. there's so many other units I'd rather have, or other leaders I'd rather have than her. It's just me, I suppose. I don't want to give anyone credit tokens.
I was going to say, it's kind of tough giving someone a potential free resource to use for the sake of like 1 extra damage and health, unless you've got a card in your hand that can immediately defeat it, or at some point defeat that token. Like, then there's benefits there, but it's quite a big ask to just give people resources to play with.
Yeah, like how does that help you?
Yeah.
You get an experience.
Like,
I mean,
how do you play this smartly? I can't. I don't. Yeah, this set is confusing.
It's a lot of tech, and I feel like there's.
You can make deals. I'm gonna give you this experience, a discredit token. Don't hit me, but
and to be fair, it is also, you can give the experience to any unit, so you could even give it to an opponent's unit if you want it. I don't know why you would, because
you get nothing.
Buff it up. Yeah, but maybe, like you say, that there's like a deal there where it's like, okay, if I buff your unit and give you an extra resource, can you attack that person? So maybe there's some like fun politics you can have with this, but it's just such a wild card to play. I don't really know in what situation it directly benefits you, because even in that scenario, someone else has a better unit and someone else has an extra resource, and you're there with nothing, or potentially just one extra XP.
Yeah, I think she's really situational, depending on your pod, because maybe someone on your table is playing a deck that it wouldn't really matter if they had more credits. Like, maybe the types of units they're playing or the style of deck it is doesn't really actually get much use out of credits. Sure, they can play more cards, but maybe they're not trying. I don't know. That could be a thing, but it's just so unpredictable, and so you can't really ever guarantee that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think with Twin Suns, it's just not, because there's 3 other people playing 3 different decks. Yeah, like you have no idea whether it's gonna. It probably is always going to benefit in Twin Suns for the other players. So yeah, I agree. Garbage.
I'm guessing...
I also don't like her artwork.
Really?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't like it.
I think she'll.
I think
look really cool. The showcase will look cool.
Yeah.
I think they captured that actress's essence very well, because she's very like, she just always looks angry, but I just don't like the artwork.
Fair.
I'm guessing, I'm trying to. There's a few cards in the set that are like, oh, defeat a credit or take a credit or whatever, but you just won't have enough of those in your deck for it to be reliable. So yeah, for me, she's maybe a low C, maybe even an F. I don't know.
Yeah,
stat line's okay.
Stat line's
6/4/7.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna sort of live that turn that she comes out, and you again.
She hits a 5/7.
Yeah.
You can just give someone a yeah.
Do you really want to give someone that credit token? Don't know. I mean,
it might be the same as with Chewie. You just don't do it.
Then
you don't do any of it.
Why have
It
it?
was
Yeah.
the 6
Play with
4/7.
Luke
Because-
instead. Play with Luke.
4/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's just you get units better. Like it's just
I think you're giving your opponents too much resource. You're just giving them an option to play something better than what you've just created. You could obviously wait until everyone's used all their resources and then do it, but then next turn they're just going to be able to play something over curve. So yeah, I can see F. That kind of makes sense to me, just because, like you say, I don't think it's consistent enough to defeat those credit tokens as you generate them for other people.
Yeah, Twin Suns just no.
Yeah.
No, I'd probably
Not a Twin Suns leader.
leave it as an F.
Better than Han? Worse than Han?
I'd say worse.
I mean, I think
don't know,
better,
like,
better purely on the fact that at least you can get an XP out of it.
Yeah, but like
Yes.
Han is a saboteur. When you deploy him, you get a good amount of damage if you've built up a board. I feel like Han Solo is not quite as bad, but
if we all agree Sentinel is the most annoying keyword, then Saboteur is probably one of the best keywords.
Yeah.
At least he has a keyword, whereas
Yeah.
Stick with that one.
Oh, sorry, Belle. What a great character. What a terrible leader.
Oh, 100%. Awful card.
What a shame.
We'll see anyway. Might turn out to be really good, but
It's true. We could be dead wrong with all of these.
Yeah, true.
It's true.
So,
Henry?
Yeah, we've got 3 heroism leaders left. I'll choose one of the command ones. I'm going to choose Hera Syndulla. So, Hera Syndulla is a 5-drop. She's a 3/6. 3/6, Rebel Twi'lek Spectre. While you control 2 or more units, ignore the aspect penalties on heroism units you play. And then on deploy, she's a restore 1 and the exact same.
how much have you seen the first green Hera in play in Twin Suns?
Never.
Not much.
Very, yeah.
Because in Twin Suns you get an extra
You do.
aspect anyway, normally.
Yeah.
So you're losing her benefit. This was one of the other ones. There's better coordinate effects than playing the one aspect that you haven't. I mean, again, I don't think she's very good.
Yeah, the one thing is obviously like we've seen a restore 1 on my Padme work. Do some work. So like
Restore's nice.
I mean, Yeah, but it's apart
And
from
decent
that,
health.
it's not a twin sun leader. It's just not totally necessary.
It's kind of tough, I think, because it's a similar effect to coordinate where you're hoping you're going to have more units. Obviously, it's one less, so it's a bit easier to pull off. But your opponents know that that's your game plan, and if they can just keep you at one unit, you might end up just potentially bricking in your hand. I mean, it would be unlikely, like you say, you'll have another leader and a base that will do it. So you're only really doing it for one aspect, or if you want to play any double aspects, then you get that. But yeah, it feels a bit strange. I don't know. I can't see the value in this just yet.
I guess the value is that you hope. I mean, in theory, you're probably playing double green, and then one other color on your base, or a green base and then a leader that she pairs well with. Maybe, someone like Leia, so you could have double green, loads of rebels. You could have every kind of rebel, because in theory you're playing all of them. I think the idea here is it makes deck building simple. She's a straightforward leader when she's deployed. You don't have to think too hard about it. It's just not exciting, is the only thing. It's it's a good thing. It's a good ability. You only need to control 2 units, which isn't hard to do.
No.
It's just like, so what?
It's certainly easier than coordinate.
Yeah, it's just the value you get from that, I don't think is really worth it, because sure, you might be able to play something in red aspect, but what are you getting from that card that you wouldn't get just from playing another green or another blue or whatever your base is going to be? Like, it just feels a bit strange.
I reckon she's probably amazing in sealed and draft. But Twin Suns, there are better green leaders at the 5 drop. There are better green leaders that would let you play multicolor anyway, because you'll probably have 3 aspects available. Yeah. It's kind of whatever.
Yeah, I'm not too fussed. I would say F tier for Twin Suns. I just don't really. I can't personally see a value in this leader. I don't think I'll build a deck with her.
No.
Unless I had to.
Yeah, why not?
I don't think she's useless. I think I would say
helps, definitely.
Yeah, low seeding, because
low seed. I mean,
something out of her.
She's not. Yeah, she is giving you something.
I suppose the benefit is, it makes deck building a bit easier and gives you more options to play cards.
And she has good traits, Rebel, Spectre. They're pretty decent.
Yeah, more Spectre units I'm happy with.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, final 2. Lando and Leia.
I'll choose Leia. So, Leia. Action pay 2, exhaust this leader. For this phase, give a unit +1/+1 for each different aspect it has. Deploys at 5. She's a rebel of the and 2/2, which is crazy for a leader unit. But anyway, she's got overwhelm. When deployed, choose a unit, give an experience token to that unit for each different aspect among units you control.
I think she could be good.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because there's a lot of triple aspect units in this Lawless set. And her ability of being when deployed is useful because of her health. If you can generate credit tokens, because the 2 cost again is high, you could for 2 give a unit +3/+3.
Yeah.
True.
I think that's true. I think she's again like something you'd have to build into it. Again, plot cards is probably key for this as well.
Yeah.
You want to keep her alive for as long as possible, because the overwhelm is helpful.
Yeah, the overwhelm's helpful if it works with plot and you can give her the experience.
Yeah.
It's
you could you not? I mean, when she deploys, you could have what? You could have 4 different aspect units. You can make her a 6/6.
Yeah, I think so.
Your absolute
Best case
limit would
scenario.
be like 6.
Yeah.
I mean, you could,
You can potentially have 6 aspects, so you could make her an 8/8. That is the absolute best case scenario.
Yeah.
The more realistic best case scenario is probably 4, and then the more probably the most common is going to be 3.
Yeah. So a 5/5/5, 5/6/6 with overwhelm.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
Bad.
Not
It's
terrible.
not doable. It's not.
Definitely doable.
Yeah.
But
I think she's
going to be weak to upgrade hate.
Yeah.
You'll wait to deploy her until you have enough aspects out that it's meaningful.
People will know that, so they might try and focus at least one of your units down, maybe 2.
Yeah.
It becomes harder to deploy. I think it depends. It really depends how you build this deck. Obviously, I can see value there. I just think it might be quite predictable and quite hard to properly pull it off.
Yeah, I think she's really good. I don't think you're right. There's going to be games where she's not.
It doesn't quite work. Yeah, it doesn't work.
But I think there's going to be games where, and especially cards in this new set. I think the new is it the new Han Solo card, and I think there's cards
that
are
aspects enough to worth it. Yeah,
for it to be.
Yeah, I think it'll be easy enough to keep it going with her.
She'll get better with time as well. Eventually, you'll be able to deck. Your entire deck can be triple aspect cards. Who knows? Maybe we even get quadruple aspect cards at some point in the future.
I highly doubt there'll be a lot of them.
Hey, you don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
What is a guarantee is that she will get better with time as more multi-aspect cards are added to the game. So
yeah.
I kind of want to put her like high B, low A. Like high B, low A. I think she'd just be a good. She's Rebel's super handy. I mean, I think What about you guys?
I was thinking B.
Yeah, I was thinking low B, low to mid B, personally. But I think she is like solid.
I think she's better than
average.
Yeah, I would have said maybe. I think she's better than Tobias.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she better than Vader and Krennic? There's a discussion, maybe.
I think better than Vader.
I think better than Vader.
Consistently better than Vader, just because you're guaranteed to get that experience, and you're not throwing away your hand doing so. So
I think maybe better than Krennic as well, just for being a 5-drop, not a 7.
Yeah, that's true.
True. Yeah, 7 drops are harder.
Is she better than Jyn?
No, I don't.
So sure.
So let's
think
stick her there then.
Boom.
Nice.
And then last but not least,
Lando.
I think Lando's quite cool, but hey.
Yeah, I think I really like his showcase as well. For action, it is very nice. You can pay 1, choose an aspect, then discard a card from a deck. If it has that chosen aspect, create a credit token. And then.
But then, sorry, no, carry on, Stephen, and I'll ask my question.
So he deploys on 6 as a 4/7. When deployed, you may defeat a friendly credit token. If you do, create 3 credit tokens.
Which is good. When it says discard a card from a deck.
Yep.
Right, that says a deck.
Yep.
But surely you can't look at everyone's deck.
No, but you can take a good guess.
Just have a guess.
But it says discard a card from a deck, right?
Yeah.
So how would that work?
You'd have to choose the deck before you have a look. So yeah, it's a guessing game. Yeah. So
I mean, like,
it's just choosing aspects. Does that mean villainy or?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you could go for the easiest option. So it would be, like villainy, heroism.
Yep. So if you're playing someone who's like playing Luke from set 1, you probably would say heroism because you're like, well, you probably put mostly heroism in your deck because that's your whole thing.
Yep.
Seems really good to me, that ability.
I like the gamble. It fits the character. I think it's a fun thing. There are some cards which let you look at decks as well.
Yeah.
And I think you can take a pretty good guess that it's probably going to be heroism or villainy, or
you could pair I'm pairing with Sabe, and then have a look at your the top card of your deck, and then do his action.
You just get rid of it. So I think it's fun, and then you get a credit token out of it, and then when he deploys a 6/4/7, it's pretty good. 6 is quite steep, but.
And you give yourself free resources to...
You get 3 credits after that. So.
Yeah, which is amazing.
I don't think it'll be too hard. Even if his ability isn't working, I don't think it'll be too hard to make sure you have at least 1 credit when you deploy him some other way.
Yeah.
So it's basically guaranteed that you will have 3 credits. So at that turn, you could play a 9-drop or even just flood the board with 3 3s, whatever. He seems really good.
Yeah. I like it.
Where would we put him?
Discarding is always really annoying in Twin Suns because that's your only copy. So that's quite strong for me as an ability. Paying 1, that's worth it.
Yeah.
Paying 1 to discard a card, I'm like, cool. Paying 1 and maybe I get a credit as well. Amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe sometimes you'll take the gamble and choose someone else's deck, but maybe you're just like, no, I really need this credit. I'm going to go for me and go for what I've definitely...
Yeah. With a Yoda and look at your own.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Isn't there... Is it Bell or is that from hand? Or the Padme from this one? Are they both from hands or from decks? From the last set? I need to just double check.
I think it might be from hand. Bales, I think, is you take a resource and then you replace it with the top.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Forget that then.
Yeah, I like this leader. I think, like Henry says, there's a lot of value in just being able to discard a card. As Alex mentioned, you could also pair it with Yoda and look at your own deck, and if you don't need that card, there you go, you got a credit instead. It's a great way to just filter through your own deck. So I think this is fun. I would probably put it in high B, maybe A.
Yeah, I think A. I think A.
Good stat lines. I suppose the fact when you deploy him, you're probably going to have a credit token, so you get the 2 extra ones from getting it back. So I think it's pretty solid what you can do on that turn. A works for me.
I'd say A.
Do it.
I even think maybe better than Enfys. Maybe not as good as Jabba, but pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say they're like on par.
Yeah, that's fair. And there we have it.
There we have it.
The ultimate tier
Well done,
list.
everybody.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Argue with us in the comments. How wrong were we? We put Saw Gerrera basically as our best pick.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's a cool set. It's very cool.
I'm very excited.
This set is just such a wild card.
A lot of strong.
Yeah.
Strong cards.
A lot of strong cards. It's just so cool to see multi-aspect cards dropping in.
Yeah.
The potential here is massive.
Yeah, I think you're gonna, with the credit system, you might see. Like I'm looking to play a Piet deck and try and get out 12 unit. Just trying to do it once, just to get.
Happen.
Because that's the thing. I think I see a lot of people say, "Oh, I wish our games went longer so we could play bigger units." I don't necessarily think games need to go longer.
No,
like,
there just needs to be a
time-wise,
mechanic to let it.
Yeah, you just need to be able to play bigger units quicker. So credits, nailed on. That's what's fun about them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I think we made some good picks. But guys, thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments if you agree, disagree. Of course, hit subscribe as well. We've got loads of Twin Suns content coming for a Lawless time, as well as other bits of content coming that you definitely don't want to miss. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And we will see you in the next video, which will probably be our first Lawless time game. Probably a sealed game. We'll see what happens. But thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.